What's up, guys, and welcome to another League video. Before we get started with this video, I just want to say a massive thank you guys for all of the support on the previous 3 videos. I really put a lot of work into them because I wanted them to actually be helpful for people starting out with leagues, and I massively appreciate the fact that hard work did not go unnoticed. The like to dislike ratio on them is absolutely insane, so thank you guys so much for that. But now with that said, let's go ahead and kickstart another Trailblazer video. In today's video, we're going to be discussing the best Tier 1 relic. And the 3 Tier 1 relics we have for this league are Endless Harvest, which doubles resources gathered from fishing, woodcutting, and mining. And you also will get double experience for the double resources. But the key feature of this relic is the fact that along with doubling the resources, you will automatically bank them. But another thing I actually thought was incredibly cool about this relic is the fact that if you use bank fillers, you can essentially kind of turn off the AFK aspect of this relic if you really want to sit at a tree and actually do some fletching rather than constantly banking them and do the fletching at your bank after the fact. So by filling up all of the free space in your bank with bank fillers, the items will actually not automatically go to your bank and they will go straight to your inventory. So that is one kind of cool feature that goes along with this relic that enables you to kind of turn on and off the AFK aspect of it that I really thought was pretty interesting. Now for the next Tier 1 relic, we have Production Master, which makes smelting ores, smithing bars, fletching, making potions, cleaning herbs. Basically all the actions that are involved in the production of another item. And what this relic does is it processes the entire inventory in basically just a few game ticks. For example, smelting an entire inventory of cannonballs, which would normally take, I believe the exact math is like 2 minutes and 48 seconds. Don't quote me on that. I know it's somewhere around that area. And it would essentially make an entire inventory that would normally take 2 minutes and 48 seconds. And literally, I don't know the exact number, but it's going to be like 3 to 5 or something along those lines. It's going to be insanely fast in comparison to whatever it is in the main game. And the final Tier 1 relic we have is Skilling Prodigy, which I'll also say that I have made a strategy video for already, which I will put linked down in the description below. So if you want to go check that out, that is right down there. I guess while we're talking about the description, I will also mention the fact that my Twitch link is down there. I massively appreciate anybody who goes over there as well. But now that that's out of the way, this relic visibly boosts all of your non-combat skills by 12, which is an absolutely insane concept. For example, say you want to chop an oak tree, you would literally only need 3 wood cutting in order to be able to chop that tree in Trailblazer League. But now that we know what all of the relics are, let's go ahead and jump straight into the pros and cons of each. Also, I do want to note that I can almost guarantee that I won't be able to give you a definitive answer on which relic is the best for this league. But my goal for this video is to give you insight on the pros and cons of each relic and how each are better suited for different playstyles, potentially then determining which Tier 1 relic is actually the best for you personally and what your playstyle is. But first up, we have Endless Harvest, and in my opinion, this relic is King AFK. So if most of your playing time is spent while doing some other activity, like you have to go to work and you actually get to play on the side on certain occasions, this relic is definitely for you. So then whenever you do have those couple hours of day to play, you can actually spend it on doing something important, and you are actually still able to make some progress rather than just having to be logged out the entire time. Another point is with this relic, you can actually easily bank enough food for the entire league just sitting at Karamja for a few days while doing other stuff on the side. And I'm not going to lie, that sounds incredibly satisfying, the fact that I could literally bank thousands of Karamja in no time. And in my opinion, the downside of this relic is that it's not very good for the active player that doesn't AFK often. And this relic also only affects 3 skills, which are fishing, mining, and woodcutting. But with that said, I do want to note that while it doesn't directly affect more than those 3 skills, it does kind of indirectly affect a few more skills, which are construction, cooking, fire making, fletching, and even runecrafting. And that's because you'll be banking the resources even faster. But for a final note with this relic is a massive change from the AFK relic of the last league is the fact that this relic for this league does not affect farming. Meaning we do not get double herbs with this relic. Meaning that herb lore, which is arguably the hardest skill to train as an Ironman, is not even going to be touched by this relic. But those are my pros and cons for the Endless Harvest relic. Now let's go ahead and jump over to the Production Master. And honestly, this relic is perfect for those who don't AFK often and who absolutely hate bank standing. I also look at this relic as like the PVMer's relic, and that's because you can instantly process resources once you actually have them all banked. Meaning once you have banked resources, you're capable of getting insanely fast XP rates. And if you're like me and you'd rather kill bosses in order to get resources rather than sit and chop a tree all day, then this relic might be just for you. Now the cons of this relic is the fact that it only affects production skills. And another con to some people is the fact that this relic really strips away any capability you have to AFK. Yeah, you can still do some wood cutting and maybe some mining or fishing. You're not going to be able to AFK nearly as well as the first relic, but any AFK skill that involves being at your bank, like fletching or making potions or cooking food, you have zero downtime, and it's going to be way more click intensive. And if that's something you don't enjoy, that is a massive con to this relic. And the last thing I have noted is that another con to this relic is the fact that you have no additional bonus to getting the resources you need in order to take advantage of the production capabilities you have. But that sums up the pros and cons I have for the second relic. Now let's go ahead and jump into the final of the tier 1 relics, and that is the Skilling Prodigy. A relic I think was massively underappreciated when it was announced. And honestly, I still think people are kind of sleeping on this relic, but I'm a big fan and I'm not going to lie about it. This relic essentially allows you to instantly have a competitive advantage over everybody in the game but the people who also chose this relic. The pros are you will be able to jump to higher content much quicker, massively limiting your early game competition. I would even go as far to say that this is the speedrunner's relic because it would allow you to really compete on doing some of the league's firsts. And another positive for this relic is the fact that it affects all skills but combats, which if we look at our other two relics, it impacts far more skills than either of those two. It might even affect more skills than those two combined. But while it affects all skills, a major con of this relic is that as soon as you unlock the highest piece of content for each respective skill, this relic has absolutely no benefit. That's going to do it for the pros and cons of each of the relics, but before we end off this video, I am going to give a last kind of recommendation for which relic might be best for you depending on your playstyle. And I think relic 1 should be a little obvious, but if you love AFKing, this relic is literally perfectly designed for you. It has its cons, it has its bruises, but in terms of if you're an AFK kid at heart, I think this relic is definitely your decision to go with. Ultimately, you don't have to choose that relic even if you do love AFKing, but I think if you're going to spend a lot of time doing other things while you're playing leagues, I think this relic might allow you to actually get some more progress in on the side rather than just having to be logged out all the time. I consider this relic perfect for the player who doesn't like to AFK often and despises skilling in general. And now finally for relic 3, I think this relic is perfect for those who want an immediate competitive advantage. They enjoy speed running or they don't even plan on grinding league for months. Another thing I forgot to mention earlier is if you're not a player that's grinding for Rune Cup or Dragon Cup or anything late game and you 100% want to just have the most fun as early as possible and just enjoy the first couple weeks of the league, 100% choose this relic because it'll let you get to that more fun or more close to in-game content so much faster. It will really help avoid that early game boringness and help you get to some of the more fun content much quicker. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. That is my in-depth, well, I guess not too in-depth, but that is my broken down analysis of all of the tier 1 relics and what relic might really be best for you depending on your playstyle or what you want to get out of leagues. If you guys did enjoy the video or found it helpful, consider subscribing or liking. But once again, thank you guys for all of the support on the previous videos, and I hope I see you guys in the next Trailblazer video. If you do subscribe, make sure to hit that bell so you are notified whenever each video does go live. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.